I could damn well defend myself.
Anji-sama.
Oh. Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zakk.
Shane.
Joy.
We are back with Shogun, Season 1, Episode 4.
Quattro.
So we're back. Do you guys remember what happened last time on Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, Buntaro didn't swim, and he definitely could have. I mean, is there any reason?
Oh, man, I have not heard of any reasons why he could not fucking swim. He couldn't just jump in the water.
There's no
that
reason.
armor would have been nothing to such a heroic man.
I'll tell you what, though.
Okay?
I'll
A
tell
lot
you.
of people have pointed out the fact that they didn't actually read through the comments and notice that
Yeah,
it's been mentioned. You brought this up to me
yeah,
over the weekend.
yeah. I
Just
was like, how many comments can someone say? Like, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say the same thing. Someone did leave an interesting comment that
Someone actually did say that some of them trained.
stole my thunder. I was going to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, someone that they developed a specific style to swim in that armor.
Huh.
So if that's true, then that's
That man was the candle in the fucking dark.
yeah, and the way they
Yeah.
wrote him too was like kind of an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, but he still had his principles that he died for.
I agree. I just feel like they needed to let that breathe a little more if they had this kind of tension between him and his wife. I mean, if the series is going to be a limited series, I guess, and they only had so much time, then maybe they had to knock that in the head first.
Yeah, maybe there was just no tension. Maybe it was just that's how he always is, or something.
I know, but there was tension.
I mean, at the very least, he was just not our idea of like a good, loving.
There
man.
are times in some creative works, The Watchmen, for instance, when the comedian was killed at the very beginning.
Yeah,
But the rest of the movie, they're talking about the comedian.
yeah.
So there might be something like that.
Maybe Buntaro will be woven into the conversation.
Yeah, maybe she'll discuss him
Yeah.
and her loss.
Toranaga, known for his trickery, he was able to escape. What's the name of the Ito? Yeah, he was able to escape Ito. I was editing this and I didn't even think about this. So, did they vote for John Blackthorne to be executed?
Are you talking about the other four members of the council?
Yes.
I thought that they kind
They
of
just-
had a mutual arrangement. Like, well,
He was
the two Christian lords, like, we know what this man killed before we move on forward with Toranaga's.
But when he's being escorted from the prison to get executed,
No, I just thought they wanted to keep him. I didn't think we were going to do anything with him.
no,
they wanted to kill him.
They wanted to kill him, but they
Christian
had a
lords wanted to kill him.
protocol.
Yeah.
But he was taken from the prison, like where he met the kind of the other priest guy.
The Francescan.
Yeah, and then he was rescued by our guy. What's his name again?
The dude with the eyes.
Yabo, remember you giving me a nickname?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone complained about the nicknames. It's so lazy of Americans to give people nicknames.
Okay. When I was editing it, it looks like that they voted to kill him, and he was taken from prison, and Yabushige,
Yeah,
he
they
rescued
ambushed
him.
it.
Yeah, he
They
rescued
ambushed
him.
that party and rescued him.
Yeah,
Because if you remember,
yeah.
he actually was, I thought,
Ishido?
yeah.
Yeah.
He talked to him,
Yeah,
Yabushige,
Yeah.
about, hey, I'll give you this.
yeah.
You know, he kind of been
I'll rescue him.
kind of hinting that, well, you'll have to die if,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta kind of commit suicide with everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
maybe you could have a place, but in theory.
Well, I just thought it was interesting because John Blackthorne is just walking out of there with everyone else. And I'm thinking, did they vote to kill him? I know Ishido wanted him to be.
They wanted to kill him so they can get to Toranaga.
Yeah. Ishido wanted him to be rescued. He wanted him delivered to Toranaga, right?
No. Ishido wanted Blackthorne killed.
Okay, but he wanted Toriyama killed first. And Toranaga. Yeah, we just talked about Toriyama.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, Toranaga, he wanted Toranaga killed and wiped out. He was keeping his priorities straight and around. But the other Christian lords wanted Blackthorne killed.
First, I thought.
Because, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
The leper and the fucking Ponce.
yeah.
So, that leaves Ishido and I can't even remember the other fucking guy. He has not come into play yet.
Well, the leper?
No.
Oh.
There's a leper and...
The Christian one?
No.
Okay.
You have the two Christian lords,
Yes.
Ishido,
Yeah.
and there's another fucking lord.
Summarizing the episode a little bit, he was able to escape. Buntaro had his heroic moment, and yes, I didn't think about the samurai armor, but someone did leave an interesting comment about the wiggle room with the swimming style of that the samurai might have developed for the armor.
Like a frog.
Because I think it was like the Christian lords people were out there pretending to be fishermen, right?
Yes, because they had said contact our men at the bay or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, Toranaga had to do a negotiation with the captain of the black ship.
Yeah, they said that we can't run this. We can't escape without them attacking us, but they can. So they approached the black ship, the Portuguese. Blackthorn's got to stay.
Yeah, and Blackthorn, he's not one to accept his demise.
No, he's not. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah, he literally says fuck this. And a character that I really like, and I'm so glad it happened the way it happened, when it happened, Rodriguez.
The Spaniard.
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of just lets off a little bit.
Well, even he was questioning his captain. Like when they were trying to dash him against the rocks, he said, yeah, but the ship, you're going to damage the ship.
Yeah.
By doing this. And he could see kind of where it was going.
Yeah, he said, he already had the edge.
Yeah, it's like, that man is great.
And I think he said a life for a life,
great
too.
performance. He did. He said, that is a debt repaid.
Yeah, a debt repaid.
Their dialogue together was great. I love their relationship.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
The banter back and forth.
Yeah, talking about his mom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love that, the idea that men was doing that back then.
Because the blue-collar guys of that age, like these sailors.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you! Yelling back and forth with each other.
Yep.
Great.
It was good.
But then it kind of ended on that scene where they're both diving and swimming.
Yeah.
And they were like, I think before we realized it, he's probably just doing that to make him tired. And then
he wore his ass out.
Yeah.
Dive in there and then race to the shore.
And then someone also left a comment, maybe it might have been a couple people basically saying, also, maybe because he smelled bad, he wanted him to bathe.
I know, but I don't think that was what was led on. I feel like
Well, maybe that was in the book.
the funny thing maybe so.
Yeah.
I feel like the probability, what we were led to believe in the show is that, show me how to dive. Show me how to dive again. Keep showing me how to dive.
Now you want to race.
Okay, let's race to the shore.
Yeah.
So, and they said don't let him win.
I wonder who won.
But he might be testing him.
Are they going to show us who won?
Yeah.
What is your caliber of this man that I'm putting so much trust in?
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Also, Toranaga gave him a particular title. Basically means like kind of protector of the flag.
Flag bearer.
Flag bearer.
Or if no. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, which is like a great honor. And he wants him to train his guys in Western fighting tactics.
Yeah, you see, I'm just a sailor.
Yeah, but he kind of let off on that. He put the brake on that and said, okay, I'll do it. So do you think he's going to not do a great job because he is not a soldier and he's more of a sailor?
I think it's more than likely that he will do the best he can with what he has, what knowledge he has.
Yeah, do you think anything he'll
what knowledge and experience he has from attacking the Portuguese installments?
Do you think his lack of experience being a soldier will become like a problem in the show? Like there'll be one of those things like, oh shit, he really wasn't a good soldier. You know what I mean?
I hope not, because I feel like the way they're developing his character, he's not an expert, but he's
an excellent leader.
He's like a jack of many trades, and he's like a fighter.
He can on the fly.
He's a survivor. Yeah. I'm loving this show.
We also found out that Blackthorn claims to have had 2 children.
Yes.
Tudor and Elizabeth.
Yeah, and he didn't meet one. He didn't meet the girl.
Yeah.
Because he left. Mm-hmm. So, and he has this really poetic way of talking about like the freedom of the ocean and the uncertainty and the freedom.
Well, you see, even in the Pirates of the Caribbean series.
Yeah. I remember him saying, as you say, that was a what?
Barbosa. Barbosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he was it had to be the third one. He comes back at the end of the second one. But in the third film, he talks about, the sweat of your brow.
Yeah.
And the strain of your back, or whatever the fuck the quote is, but he's talking about the work and the freedom of the sea.
Yeah,
and there's a thing about being a sailor.
It's like a theme.
Well, you got to think about the old world. You're trapped in these confines of who knows how many centuries.
Yeah.
Of dogma and the ruling class.
Bad plumbing.
Yeah. And the ruling classes rule over you. Your kids all died. Probably you had to have so many before any would survive.
Yeah.
And if you weren't born to
the ocean meant freedom. The new world meant freedom. Yeah. And no, I get it. Yeah, I get why he would think that. Guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, leave a comment down below. Make sure you stick around because we're going to have a Q&A. Well, hopefully people have some comments on there. And check us out on Patreon. We have our full-length uncut reactions and also early access. But not for this show, obviously. Let's jump in.
Sexual situations.
Yeah, we're getting a little better.
Here we go. Cover your eyes.
That man has such a beautifully deep voice.
Don't go play whack-a-mole. He's
I thought he was carrying a hammer at first.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's not a hammer. It's a little book.
Oh, a message. A message.
Is that Christian guy from the first episode?
Yeah. Oh, this is the nephew, right? Mm-hmm. Say thank you, motherfucker.
They don't do that.
Thank you, no. Look at this nosy woman.
I know.
It's for his mom. I mean, like,
Like everybody's like, oh fuck.
that way all the
Clean
trash
up.
and
Yeah.
shit.
We're getting ready.
Oh, so literally. Yeah.
It's like what I do whenever guests come over. I have to clean the house.
We were just talking about a cow eating in the street, and you said, "That's what I do when guests are coming to the house."
And when Yabu was like, I was thinking like if he's a really,
Oh, when he joined in.
yeah, well, he might join in, yeah.
Like,
Give me
he's
that.
so- look at it, he's so happy, excited. He's,
He wants to live too.
That's a great honor, I
he's
guess.
anticipating.
The Eightfold.
Eightfold fence. So he's going to visit these people?
It's his people.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
He
one of
rules
his.
this land.
It's one of his, yeah.
Oh, okay.
ご容赦くださります。あの虎長様が安神様を見込んで、安神様にも奥方がいりまする。伏してお願い申し上げます。どうか出家して尼になるお許しをくださりませ。なりませぬ。さようなこと。一体私が何をいたしたと申されますか。我が子の後を追わせてもらえぬばかりか。こたびは万人に嫁げなどと。
I mean, I get it. I'd fuck all these people. That's what I would think about her.
私はなんとむごい人間なのでございます。
Propriety here creeping up.
マリコ様とて死別されたばかりでございます。
Good point.
太郎様は誇り高い最後を遂げられました。わずか1年の辛抱じゃ。半年ならと申しております。
網代では諸事万端整っておりましょう。拙者の多いが抜かりなく陣頭して。
Oh no, he's just. Oh, yeah. That's how he talks.
Yeah.
僕の言うようもないのじ
後釜。
藪重殿には言わなんだがのがを出立次第大老職を辞すると記した書状を届けるようにとな。
なんと大老職辞されたと。
やむを得なかったのでな。
しかしもはや自らを死地に追い込んだようなもの。大家もご家来衆も味方の大名も皆打ち揃うて破滅ですぞ。いやいやいつも滅亡じゃ。無料承知申し上げる。ことここに至っては直ちに切腹されるがしかべきたでございます。
ありがたい申し出じゃが、正式なご沙汰が届くまではわしの首も胴につなげたままにしておこう。
虎長様、網代が見えましてござりまする。
Whose army is that?
藪重様です。All loyal to 虎長様。
Let's hope so.
Wow. Unless there's a spy around.
Well, there was a spy in the village. We knew that already.
Oh, yeah.
But they're spying for him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that old woman.
Was that his? No, never mind.
買えばよかった。
お借りをお待ち申し上げておりましたお嬢。
He looks so happy there, doesn't he? I'm glad to see.
ございましょうか。
今旗本に成り上がりよってな。
Huh?
屋敷を与えられたゆえ手配を頼みたい。そこに奴の性質と通常務める戸田の御家殿も住
How long were they gone?
Been that long.
I know.
大老が名ばかりとなった今、父上の首には途方もない値打ちがござりまする。野心を持つ味方は味方ではござりませぬ。ようこそおいでくださりましたマリコ様。
安神様ですぞ海様。The lord of this village.
Actually, we've met. Go your shower and fuck yourself. You sniveling little shitbag.
Well, if he speaks Portuguese or some shit, okay.
我ら一同ご到着を待ちわび。
藪重様。藪重様。藪重様。
これに勝る喜びはございません。
You've seen it all before. Just saying your name, Brooker. Is Yabusuge? Is that his
Shane Farley.
Is that his family name?
多重藪重殿の軍勢に目通りが叶い喜ばしく思うぞ。
His
国が
face.
日の本を大安としておる。おごり高ぶった逆賊から 日の本を守らねばならん。太閤殿下のご意志を汚す者どもに天誅が下されんことを頭を下げます。
He looks like he has such child, wide-eyed,
Yeah.
like joy and happiness, but he's a boiler.
He's trying to show
So what?
him
A consort.
a servant.
That's how I kind of took it.
急ぎのようで出立される。父上が戻るまでに大砲隊を鍛え上げておかねばならない。
He's so happy. He's like, what?
おそって安い酒。
The men from the Hove. You seen them? They safe?
I just don't want to see anything disturbing, Zakk.
And then there's some sexually explicit shit in this episode, so I don't know. Maybe he's gonna have sex with his consort.
Aye.
はい、ウェルカム、安心様。
My men. I'd like to see them now. Where are they?
実は皆様別の場所にお移りになりまして、安全な場所でございます。
I'm sorry, I don't. Look, maybe you can help me here.
何をしておる。
ご自分の船お行きになりたいようでございます。
What now? Let go.
立ち入りは禁じられておる。
I'm afraid you are forbidden from boarding without permission.
My own ship.
If there is something you need,
Well, there is, yes. My pistols and my men. Keep asking to see them.
your men were brought to Toranaga-sama's city of Edo for their safety. As for your guns, we can fetch them if it becomes necessary.
Now look here, Mariko. Your lord and I had an arrangement. That ship and its crew now belong to me.
You're quite mistaken. Your ship and crew now belong to Toranaga-sama. And he will use them as he wishes.
Well, thank you for the clarification.
Well,
Sure, that's upsetting.
This is Uejiro, the gardener.
Konnichiwa, Uejiro-sama.
Sorry, we do not use sama for Uejiro. It is not proper. Right this way.
My house.
Is that just something to do with respect? It's
A title you earn if you're
Honor.
a little higher class and not just the gardener.
yeah.
You stay on the stones, I guess.
Everything here has been prepared.
You don't fuck up the
specially by your
grass.
staff.
Well, then he's walking on the gravel.
My staff.
Bow staff.
You will find your sleeping room as well as Fujisama's room. And the guest room where I will be staying. Perhaps you would like some tea after a long journey?
Why have I been given all this?
It is only fitting for a Hatamoto.
No, wait a minute. How long am I expected to be here?
Nagakato-sama says training will take at least 6 months.
6 months.
You agreed to train these men, you remember?
I do, yes. For the return of my men and my ship.
Please, be patient, Anjin-sama. As Hatamoto, you have been given a home, a generous salary of 240 koku a year,
I don't want any generous cuckoos.
and Fujisama as a consort.
Well, I'm sure she's very nice, but I don't want a woman. I wish to pillow her, pillow on her, or near her, do any damn pillow.
In any case, she will look after your house and your servants, handle your financial matters. To refuse would be a terrible insult to our lord.
I do refuse. I refuse all of this. I came here under clear terms with Toranaga. Sorry. Toranaga-sama. Now he's bloody vanished. And I'm bloody prisoner all over again. Just with better living quarters.
Would you look at it that way?
I think I would be a little more patient with how I address the issue.
Me too.
I would probably still look at it that way. But I'd be like,
Yeah.
well,
At least
it's
lie.
better now.
At least lie in wait,
Yeah.
like a woman.
There are plenty of men that have won in history and many wars that lied in wait. All right.
南蛮船の件を虎長に密告しよった太
The rodent.
まだ見つかっておりません。
今まで何をしておったのじゃ。え？
小袖にこうでも抱きしめておったのか。
近江殿はまだお若い。
Now you're a girl.
人には重すぎましょう。
Oh, come on.
わしは立つ瀬がない。今頃石がわしのことを裏切り者だと扱っとるじゃろ。負け犬の陣営に加わるほかないありさまじゃ。旗本ずらした万人と大砲隊を鍛錬してどうすんじゃこれ。
Animated.
大砲隊とは申しても叔父上の家来であることに変わりはございません。恐れながら今のところ叔父上のお手元には鉄砲と大砲がございまする。虎長様断罪の目がのうなったわけでもございません。
さらばどうなる。
となれば叔父上には鉄砲と大砲が残りまする。それを石戸様に献上すれば。
You trust her?
No.
Yeah, why would they even show her? That's a good point.
She's a really respected, what's the word they use?
Whore.
Prostitute, yeah.
Really don't have to be here. Go away.
Go away.
She won't let me alone. Wherever I go, she is.
It is not customary for one's consort to sleep while he's awake.
Well, it's a foolish custom.
Yeah.
You should not walk on moss. It is very disrespectful. If I may, I believe Fujisama merits better. She's my late husband's niece, accomplished and highborn.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful for her.
And recently, her husband and infant son were put to death. Her husband had insulted Ishido-sama, and something had to be done in order to prevent bloodshed.
Shouldn't she be grieving then? Instead of following around marooned Englishmen.
We grieve those we have lost by continuing their fight.
I do like that.
Rubbish. Child has no fight.
The child's father served Toranana-sama. And now being your consort will ask Fujisama to do the same. It gives her a place.
Well, you'd never know it to look at her. Bereaved mother, or widow.
Do you know of the Eightfold fence? From the time we are small, it is something we are taught to build within ourselves. You must train yourself to listen without hearing. For instance, you can listen to the sound of a blossom falling or the rocks growing. If you really listen, your present circumstance vanishes. Do not be fooled by our politeness, our bows, our maze of rituals. We could be a great distance away. Safe. And alone.
I mean, because we're talking about the widower, it almost seems like just a coping mechanism. Like, put your mind here, even if your body's here.
Yep.
It's pistols.
Very good. I love that conversation.
This was a good
Conversation.
We didn't even fucking powder and ball.
It is forbidden to bring our weapons today.
Nonsense. Your people bring swords wherever they go.
He says guns are different. We must turn them over.
Iie. Wakarimasu ka? Iie. Not his prisoner anymore. Where I come from, you ask guests to do things.
Not please. There is no need for this. You are protected as Hatamoto.
For some reason, I just can't shake the memory of our first meeting. Iie.
アンジー様におっしゃってくださりませ。鉄砲は私にお預けください。
She's your consort. She will give her life to defend them.
I could damn well defend myself.
アンジー様。お預けくださりませ。
That's cool.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't want to make Mariko look bad
Yeah.
because she gave him that in good faith. And I'd want to be respectful of that.
That's a good, yeah.
So that's the main reason
Well,
why.
that is.
Milk dribbling fucks me.
I have to remember that one.
Let's go to some.
前があったと丁重に詫びておられまする。
He apologizes.
鉄砲。
お引き取りくださりませ。
Jesus.
Okay. thought you were gonna shoot him.
I just wouldn't want to get a dick measuring contest over something like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it draws a line, though. They're treating him like an asshole still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it just might be customary, though, you know?
The Portuguese brought us guns 50 years ago. We are very experienced with it.
Yes, of course you are.
わしらが入りようとしておるのは戦術じゃ。敵がまだ見たことも聞いたこともない異国の戦術じゃ。
Tactics.
そういう申し合わせであったはずじゃ。
Oh no. This is where his
旗本に取り立てたことのお方。
not
それぐらい
knowing.
の働きはしてもらわねばなるまい。
Well, then, let me tell you about tactics. I will begin by describing for you a great battle. We call it the Siege of Malta. Now, the Knights had successfully withstood the 6-month siege and incredibly had forced the enemy to retreat in shame. We are taught this victory saved the whole Mediterranean seaboard and thus Christendom.
Sorry, you said taught?
Yes,
When did this battle occur?
35, 40 years ago.
So you yourself did not fight in this battle? You were not even born when this battle was fought.
Perhaps you might start again. Except this time, describe a battle you have actually fought in.
Well, as I may have mentioned to your Lord on multiple occasions, I am a sea pilot, yes? Not a great deal of infantry battles at sea.
I'm nervous for him.
どうしたんじゃ。
Come on, man.
Mariko-sama, please tell him that, in my opinion, gun tactics are useless compared to the fine art of English naval warfare.
鉄砲の戦術ではなく、イギリス式の海戦術を指南いたしたいようでございま
A
す。
castle in Osaka, it's impregnable, yes, with swords, even matchlocks. To lay siege would take months. But anchor my ship and cannon within a few thousand yards, and your army could breach the castle walls without so much as an arrow splatting to graze their cheeks. Just let me demonstrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's actually smart, too, so.
It was something he knows.
Yeah.
He's familiar with.
How do I say, back? Back.
後ろ
Ushiro!
大筒が的に当たるなんてな。
Would you mind hitting the wedge?
たわけたまねよ。大卒が的に当たるはずがない。ポルトガル人が何年も前に試してる。
What was he doing? Like, I know it's kind of like a
The wedge?
spotter for a sniper.
Oh, it's...
Clear the hubs and fire!
Oh.
Well done.
キャツの大筒は物が違うのかもしれんな。
So are they better, or does he just understand how to use them better?
Maybe like, the technology may be better.
Yeah. So happy that he's
Good
being
job,
useful,
John.
dude.
今一度
今一度
お聞かせ
お聞かせください。
お聞かせください
I keep showing this guy. I wonder if he's a spy.
Could be.
And your vectors.
Her or the escort, or him or the escort.
Excellent work.
Just give him that look.
Mm-hmm.
Is this his journals?
Yep.
It was all written in English.
The men are learning a decent amount at a decent pace.
Yes. Toranaga-sama will be pleased.
There are other ways. I could help him. My Erasmus is a single ship, but a fleet would be something else entirely. My men in Edo could help me build him a navy.
Forgive me, Anjin-sama, but I think you should remember your oath is to Toranaga-sama and not to the orders that brought you here.
What orders?
Your crimes against the Portuguese. I have read them in your own words. It will be useful for you to know our Lord will never be turned against your enemies.
And it will be useful for you to be reminded that we are at war, both your lord and my queen, and it happens that we have enemies in common. Those were Catholics trying to kill him in Osaka.
Yes, trying to kill you.
Because they fear what I can offer him. A modern navy, ships built for war, would be to his benefit.
You have no idea what is or is not to my lord's benefit.
Well, I suppose we both have our masters to serve, don't we? Gee. How's that?
The hell was that?
Just a baby earthquake.
A baby what?
You will most certainly experience more while you are here. There are also tsunami that come from the sea and fires that break out in the villages and cities. It is why our houses are built to go up as quickly as they come down.
Okay.
Because death is in our air, in sea and earth. It can come for us at any moment.
You think I don't like that?
We live and we die. We control nothing beyond that.
I mean, you do.
A little bit, but I mean, they're controlling, killing themselves early. Baby earthquake.
Baby earthquake.
What the devil is that?
Okay, there's the sexual shit.
Holy shit.
Wait, who was that girl?
Kiku.
That's her. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can't fall in love with the stripper man.
No, you cannot.
あの番人がこの村に参ってから嫌な話ばかり耳にいたしまする。
お菊、
Yeah.
夜なく鳥を村人の安寧まで気にかけるとは。
She's definitely the spy then.
Oh, yeah.
She's gotta be.
Sleeping around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
この村が栄えるかどうかはおじゅへのご一存次第じゃ。
近江さんがさ、私どものお殿様であればよろしゅうございましたのに。
She's scheming.
Scheming, petty schemes. Well, you know, the lips of a woman change a lot.
Yep. You can. I think if you're Hapotsuke and you're seeing him speak Japanese, commanding these younger guys, there's something funny about it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this dog. You know what I mean?
And what's that? That's it.
Oh! Oh!
And there we are.
I see my way out.
どうかお分かりいただきたい。あの夜虎中が逃げ出すなどと。
大坂に戻り、大老評議に二心なき者を改めて誓い宣言を受けようとの達しである。
何もかも誤解でござる。
断ると言いますか。
それがしを殺せば石堂様は得難い味方を失うことになるぞ。
されば心は決まっておるとな。石堂様にお主が敵対の意を示したとお知らせする。
遠からず戦が始まる。お主は石堂様からその戦に勝つための唯一の大術は、それがしがこれまで見てきた大術とは物が違う。キリシタンの金玉を縮み上がらせる代物よ。古くから馴染みじゃ。頼む、今宵はここに泊まってくれ。明日大術の演習がある。それを見て役に立たぬと思ったならこの首慎んで石堂様に差し出そう。
よかろう。
Okay.
My man.
I don't know why I'd grown to love this man.
上善殿が大坂でその守備をお伝えくだされば、あまねく大名がお父上のお力に恐れ入ら
Doesn't even sound like a good reason at all.
せいぜい恐れ入らせてもらおうか。
I look forward to quaking.
無論にございまする。長門様、お父上を裏切るなどと疑われただけでも不愉快千万。あの男のために死ぬことになろうとは表を見なんだわ。
行けば切腹は免れませぬぞ。
逃げ場がない。理不尽じゃがもはや万事休すじゃ。
What sucks is the politics have just put him in a bad place.
Maybe a solution.
When you boil people alive, man.
Regents in Osaka are pressuring Ebushige.
He will be declared a fugitive for refusing their order, but if he returns to Osaka, he will no doubt be ordered to commit seppuku. Eat. Please. This may be not for you.
How do you mean? Let me try some.
安仁様が納豆を召し上がるそうじゃ。
Natto?
They're giving it a look like, you want to try this?
Mariko-sama, would you mind telling Fuji something on my behalf? I wanted to apologize for the way I behaved when I was first brought here.
安仁様が無礼を詫びたいと仰せでござりまする。
Okay.
I believe this is how you offer gifts, so excuse my crude rapping. I'd like to thank her for her excellent service to this house. Ask that she accepts this gift as a gesture of my gratitude. Those are the best guns a sailor can have, and I'll miss that one greatly. But if she's one to do her job well, she'll need the best.
That's a hell of a gift from him.
Wow.
これをどう扱えばいいのやら。
I'll teach her how to use them. She'll be the most fearsome lady in the Japans.
In the Japans.
身を守れるようにと。
ひょうたんから駒が出るとはこのことでござりましょうか。
安心様なりの優しさでござりましょう。
Did I offend her?
Her husband's
Oh.
swords. It's interesting that they always cover her hand. She always covers her hands when she's touching.
It
is interesting.
あ
安心様にお伝えくださいまし。私は刀も持っておらぬお方の性質にはなれませんと。
富士様 as your consort, like you to carry her family swords.
Wow.
They are a symbol of her late father's bravery.
I can't accept this.
何卒。王様。
It is not proper for you to have no swords to carry, so you must accept.
どうか。
形家のごじりまする。
ござりますると申します。
ござりまする。ござりまする。I'll get it right one of these days.
I'm surprised how funny this show is. Not just our,
enjoyable. It's enjoyable.
not just our humor, because our humor is weird, but it's actually funny.
To try this dish.
It's probably brains or something.
Hey, brains are good.
Oh.
Had squirrel brains.
Oh.
Delicious.
I'm already gonna puke just by looking at it. It looks like brains.
It's a bit like cheese.
That's what I thought. I was thinking cheese.
No, it's not cheese.
Very stinky.
Ew.
Possibly spoiled cheese. But, quite enjoyable.
上善目が我らの作法一同に中心することを危惧しておりまする。
厚かましいゲスト名が。
お父上に文を送ってはいかがでございましょう。お指図はおいでは。
I'm sure he's in the middle too, you know?
彼もわしを見くびっておる。わしなど身の藁の不詳のせがれ。未熟者に過ぎぬと。
さりとて、お父上のお許しがないまま戦を始めるのがいかがかと。
He's fucking right, dude.
父上も同じようなことを言うとった。
Nope, that's the right thing.
自ら動くな。
I figure he's gotta be doing something great off camera.
敵に我らの戦略を披露するしか手はないのでございまするな。
Let our enemies die.
And that's just like an act of war there, right?
父上に文を送れてないぞ。わしに考えがある。
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, when your messenger doesn't come back, I don't know what it's like to kill a messenger in Japan, but...
This is Sparta.
Yeah.
Kick him down a well.
Time to go skinny dipping.
Good looking Joy.
Whoop!
Shit.
Shit.
Fuji-sama said you were off on a walk. I am happy to see you have changed your mind about bathing.
Did you get Sid?
I came here to thank you for your gift to Fuji-sama. It was very meaningful for her to receive.
As her gift was to me.
I also wanted you to know you're wrong about my service in Ajiro. It has nothing to do with the church.
Their father?
I have not told you my family name. Okay. But it is well known in Japan. Many years ago, a great injustice stole everything from me. I have been unable to seek resolution for what happened. But recently, Toranaga-sama offered me a way.
What sort of resolution? Your houses here are designed to be rebuilt as quickly as they are destroyed. So if a house is ruined and rebuilt and ruined and rebuilt 50 times over, if I see it, I fail to see its ruins. That's the only house. And here I see a much woman. And one who owes me no explanations.
What is the name of it again? The city of your birth?
London.
London.
A city like Osaka.
A city, yes, but nothing like Osaka. Plenty to do, though.
It's like an outside jacuzzi.
Yeah. Hot spring.
What would you do there? On a night like this?
Well, if you were with me, all the way from the Japans, I'd take you to see my queen.
Would she receive us?
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
Would she, though?
When we toured the grounds, Richmond Palace,
Probably just giving a
sit
mental
down for
tour.
a stuffy dinner,
You know?
and then to make up for it, I'd take us all to see a play. Do you have plays here?
Yes. They're very popular.
Yes, we have tragedies. Doomed lovers, cursed kings.
And after that?
Suppose we go for a walk.
Yes. Sampo suru.
She's like, keep telling me more.
Suru.
Suru. We'd sampo suru. Along the Thames.
On the Thames.
That's the river.
It's a big river.
Okay.
Runs right through the city, and at night it's quite something, and you can almost forget yourself. They all just disappear.
And then you are free.
Yes. I think so.
What a nice scene.
Music, the ambience.
Well, just, yeah. They have this the kind of ritualistic way of, even when they're alone, of moving and kneeling down. It's really...
It's discipline.
Yeah.
We're gonna have another ambush. There we go. Is she gonna come in there?
There you go. What the hell kind of laugh was that?
They're about to do the dirty.
She stabs him.
Oh, my. Don't talk. She's like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Just to shut your face.
Don't talk.
He looks so stunned.
He does.
Aww.
He's
so like...
Well, are we pillowing? This is a very good copulence scene.
Yeah, it is. What's nicely done, it's not grotesque.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good romantic version of fucking. In chipper mood now, isn't he? Look at him.
Very beautiful.
Rain is very beautiful today. Look at him.
Good morning.
You seem in good spirits.
As I should be. After a night of good company.
Don't say that, just...
The courtesan was acceptable then. I'm glad to hear it. Fuji-sama and I thought she would make a pleasing gift.
She's like, I didn't do anything.
What the fuck are we talking
I don't
about?
understand. You're not. That was a very thoughtful gift.
It was her, right?
Yeah, but I feel like they can't admit it.
Okay.
Like
I feel so duped.
We're not actually.
Oh, like
this. I don't know.
Couldn't tell you apart.
Yeah. Why y'all look the same?
The same. Y'all look alike. Rush Hour 2. Carter! He punches him in the face.
今日の演習の的は長門殿が自ら手配されたものじゃ。こたびの演習では大筒が野原を飛び越え、そろそろ始められてはいかがかな。
That's a hell of an acclaim.
He looks so young.
I bet if he told me he was 22.
What's happening?
I do not know.
He planned something.
父上の侮辱した報いじゃ。今こそ成敗してくれる。
Oh, well, he's gonna get killed.
刀を収めなされ。上善殿ご大老のご使者にござるぞ。
I'm gonna kill him. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. Well,
They're being obliterated.
Oh my gosh.
これは誰が命じたことじゃ。
それがしじゃ。 吉井虎中の息子吉井中野が命じたことじゃ。
とんでもない挑発行為でござるぞ。この件はお父上にご中心いたしますぞ。
構わぬ。むしろ父上に知っていただきたい。
Oh, oh.
I'm going to stop him.
Do not intervene.
これは侍の戦い方ではない。恥を知れ。乗れ。当然だぞ。
I mean, by that point, it's already too late.
Yeah.
It is war.
It is war. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Great ending.
Okay.
Before we have our post talk, let's check out that Q&A. I did do it, I didn't announce
Not a
it.
thing I know.
What's that?
This is not a thing I know.
We have 3 comments. I'll go ahead and say now that we are going to do one for next week. I'll probably just put it up earlier. I put this one up a few hours ago. Ace360 Charlie says, how awesome is it seeing Hiroyuki Sanada do his thing that he's been doing since The Last Samurai?
Oh.
Yeah, it's great. This episode, I mean, the series in general, yes.
Yeah.
This episode, he was just, hey, man, we'll see you.
Yeah, I imagine he has to be doing something very important that when he comes back, he's he's doing that.
Doing important things.
Important things.
But, no, it's great. It's great. It's fucking great. Because I remember seeing that in theaters.
Yeah.
My old man went with us.
Last Samurai?
Yeah, and he fell asleep.
Really?
He was sitting there in the theater. Just
Who fell asleep?
my old man, my dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
He went with us. It was me. I know Eric was there. And I can't remember if it was, I think you were there that night or not. But
I definitely wasn't. I saw it the very first time.
There were several of us
at
there.
Reese's house, the first time I saw it.
Okay, well, you must not have been able
What
to
year
go
was
that
that?
night.
And it came out when I was in 8th grade, so it was after that.
9th grade then.
The name.
Which
of it.
character do you guys each most relate to? That's
Oh.
a good question.
Who do we
Oh,
relate
sorry.
to?
Jesus. Sadeo Saidu. That's a hell of a name. I'm sorry that I can't pronounce it correctly. 8914.
Okay.
Jesus.
I mean, every character is so great that I see little bits.
Who do you relate to? Don't politic around it.
I'm not. I mean, like, it's like Yabo. It's like I certainly feel where he's coming from, except for the boiling people alive part. Like, you're caught in the middle. You don't want to die.
But you're betraying people too, though.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, I know you don't. So it's not who you relate to.
I think I just understand him a lot more than I thought I was going to.
I hate to say it, but I relate to the white guy.
Yeah, I think John.
But it's not because I'm like, oh, these fucking Asians, man. Like, it's not because of that at all.
Yeah.
Like, because he's like, fuck this place. I don't want to be a prisoner. I hate it here. And he's the romance shit, like whatever. But him just being there and being screwed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the propriety. It's not something I can write off.
Exactly. That's why I would say John Blackthorne as well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think how he views things, not necessarily how he handles everything, but certainly how he views things.
I don't like how impatient he is.
Yeah, I certainly agree. Like the seppuku and, shouldn't this woman be grieving her husband? Like the idea that you don't leave a man behind, like from the episode 1. Completely agree with all that. But I definitely...
I also like the Spaniard a lot, but I don't know that
There's not enough of me. I don't know a lot about him.
Well, the thing is, he's obviously loyal.
Yeah.
To
the crown
and what his purpose.
But that same loyalty
is
why.
Time, though, he recognized he has some honor.
Yeah, that same loyalty and honor made him, have some mercy. At that
like if I had to say I was somebody in this show, I feel like I would want to be the Spaniard.
Who doesn't want to be the Spaniard?
Well, my point though is I'm more relatable to him than I am Blackthorne. Like getting these women and shit and.
Getting these women, he got one, and they've been in proximity with each other for, weeks or months.
What was that? George talked about in Seinfeld.
He talks about a lot of stuff. What was he saying?
But what, you put a man and a woman.
Yeah, you know what? What they do to get horses to breed? Yeah. They just put them in the same room.
Yeah. I feel like you were led to believe it might be the consort, but you knew it was going to be him and that woman.
Yeah, I thought it would be them.
Right, whatever. Answer the question.
Yeah,
How do you relate to, Joy? There's only
We're very limited.
Yeah.
With the female actors, but I'm gonna have to say Kitty because she made her husband laugh that one, and it just was very relatable with Shane and I and how we talk to each other.
Yeah, how she teases them.
Teases and. I mean, I would say Mariko, but like, I mean, I don't know that I can.
She's got that kind of. She's representative of the pain and the history of Japan right
Yeah.
now. So I feel like she's
she has, but she's also she's kind of in the middle, like in terms of most characters. And I imagine now, the way she feels about John, also she's literally in the middle of the situation. You know what I mean?
Darth Golo TT5104.
Gallet.
Oh, sorry. I know there's a lot of comparisons between this show and Game of Thrones. Do you feel like those comparisons are justified? What elements of this show do you think are comparable, better, or worse than Game of Thrones? Y'all keep up the incredible work. I feel the channel keeps growing and growing, and I wish you all the success in the world.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay.
In terms of its writing quality and
I haven't watched all of the Game of Thrones, but I'm very familiar.
I guess I'm just thinking of the first couple seasons. Like we have a season of this. I'll say the first season of Game of Thrones. I mean, they're comparable because culturally everyone's talking about them. Because Game of Thrones is amazing because not just because of the performances and story, but because of what it did for TV and for culture. And this show seems to be similarly as important. Like everyone's talking about it. I mean, obviously, thanks to you guys, we're getting a lot of views. Like I enjoy the hell out of coming here talking about it with you guys. So I think
my favorite days of the week.
I think those comparisons are fair. But that is like a fantasy old Europe, right, with dragons and stuff. This is based off of real history. So
yeah, and the way I feel about it is I hope if this ends well and sticks the landing, I would definitely appreciate that more than a show that gives you all this promise and then just falls flat on its face.
I mean, Game of Thrones is one of the greatest shows I've ever watched in my life. But like, if I'm recommending something from front to back, I would probably recommend Black Sails before Game of Thrones.
Well, because from beginning to end.
Yeah, it doesn't end well.
It begins and ends well with Black
Sails begins and ends fucking great.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones does not. It's not been like, we're going to give you all this fantastic, glorious shit. I mean, it's great. It is a really great show. I'm just saying it's not like it's trying to reach for the stars to the point where it could...
Yeah.
Like, it's keeping an even keel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's a steady march, and it's keeping its assets.
Yeah.
And everything about it is staying strong.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it will end that way. And instead of trying to be this amazing, great, hyped, fucking zeitgeist bullshit that Game of Thrones became. So
you know what I would do? I'd recommend Prison Break. That's what I would do.
I haven't seen it.
It's fucking great.
What?
I've not seen Prison Break. He always tells me I look like that guy, but
everyone says that. There's people who've been saying that.
You do.
Robert Nepper.
Teddy.
Yes.
Just to let you know that we will be doing a Q&A next week as well. So I'm announcing that now, and I'll put up something on the community channel way sooner. But now for our notes, what do you guys think of the episode?
Oh, that was good. It's just another solid installation. It's not. Some of these episodes have not been so much. Oh my God, that episode just blew the last one out of the water.
Right.
That one was a filler.
They're really good build upon
It's been
episodes.
Yeah, it's been one incredibly consistent story.
They've been stacking.
Yes.
Consistency is a good word for it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the show, one reason it's so good is just production is so great. The acting is so great, and the tension and the music, and like there isn't like these epic deaths and betrayals really yet. That might come. I'm not saying that.
Well, you're building kind of right now. You're being built to love these characters and enjoy them.
I just said I'm falling in love with these characters, and I'm like nervous. What's gonna happen? Because there's a war coming.
I wonder if Yabushige is gonna lose his fucking head at some point. They go, God,
he ain't gonna be smiling then.
Now they came to his village. Those representatives of the people that think he betrayed them have come to his village and they've all died. So now he's like, okay, you're really pretty much screwed and stuck with these guys.
Yeah.
I love that he's like, fuck.
He's become to me one of the most enjoyable characters because of his dilemma. It's a shame that Toranaga's son, in a culture where they just value honor and glory,
got in his
and
head.
That way of thinking is representative of definitely some of the Asian people that I've known in my life, like bringing honor to your family. It's so important, and at the behest of doing something stupid, and especially young people are like that anyways. Young people.
What's funny is there's a lot of even in white culture here, in traditional families, there's a lot of that there.
Well, I think it's very typical of
the family name, honoring keeping up with the family name. Like, you don't want to be a shit worker. You don't want to be a. What's
interesting is it's like, and this, not to be mean, it's more typical of people who in studies that are under a certain income. Like, it's almost like the way of saying the poor people, they're more likely to get into a fight over something trivial. Now, I don't think it's something trivial, especially in this show. But think of all the people in your life that they're more likely to get into a fight if they feel disrespected. They're very quick to do it, and and it doesn't matter what what race they are. It's always this type of people.
Yeah.
You know, in his particular case, I think it was definitely a mistake, and I don't think his dad would approve at all.
Well, so let's go back to the prostitute who was whispering in his ear and,
Well,
you know, being...
Well, she was whispering in the Lord of the Village
I know,
ear,
but
and he whispered in his ear.
Yes, and made him start thinking.
Yeah, so is the prostitute, like, is this something that, like, this is her house of cards she's setting up, you know? Is this all her plan? That's a good one, by the way.
No, for sure. I think so.
Yeah.
I think she's part of it all.
Because of the way she smiles, like...
When I was like, you will go in there and fuck things up. But then it got back to his son. So...
Yeah, maybe he didn't tell me
now
to
his son's cast a die that can't be fucking...
Nope.
You can't take that shit back.
Nope.
Yeah. And you, I mean, I'm sure you have to have a lot of faith in those cannons to fire them at your own people. Like, and think they're going to be accurate enough to hit a guy that's...
Well, even if it did, it's still going to go past them.
Like if it rolls or whatever? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because there's so much momentum there. The velocity, there's no fucking way it's going to just hit a guy at a horse.
He did tell people to get back.
Have the impact. Yeah, would just be enough to stall that.
Yeah.
It's not. It's going to keep going.
The Eightfold Fence, the title of the episode, and she explains...
I like how she explained.
I like how she explained it to me, too, but it wasn't as elegant as the bird thing that you explained to me. I thought it was a little bit of a word salad, not to be mean.
Word salad, I like that.
Yeah, I didn't make it up. I heard it from
Wait,
the
what
news,
bird?
and I looked it up.
Did I miss something? Or
Well, he was
The
explaining...
last video, there was a
book he saw.
It's like a poem or something or
And
whatever. Yeah.
Yes, I remember now. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So I definitely understand, though, but because of the circumstance of the widow and the pain in her life, it made me just think, like right now you just got to bear your pain. That's how I took it
Yeah.
for the situation.
Yeah.
And it's basically just putting on a front. This is not really...
But I understand that for the message of the culture of the show, it's like, hey, we bow and we're polite, but in reality, like everyone's playing their own little game, like they're playing polite. You know,
Playing polite.
what you got?
Yeah.
No, minding your man. I took one note, and that was milk dribbling fucksmear.
That was
It's such a great. It's right in there with like the other thing that I want to say that I can't say here.
I can say now.
But tell this milk dribbling fucksmear.
Yeah.
It's great. It's fucking great. Gold, Jerry. Gold.
I had the part about
Mariko
explaining basically they're building impenetrable walls. You're built within themselves.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Well, I'm sure to cope in her world.
Green in your hair, or is it the light behind you?
The light.
Okay.
Anyway, so I liked how she explained that because I'm thinking like, yeah, just with their cultures and their customs and how they have to be a certain way all the time, you'd have to build up a freaking wall inside of you to be like stone cold, like, you know what I'm saying? Not to show your emotions that you really want. I just can't imagine because I'm a very emotional person. Shane knows that.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm like, geez, where would I have to go cry in a corner somewhere all night if I couldn't?
Well, I think them as a people, they're not even like that as a people. You know what I mean? They, like even, like the British royal family, they're certainly not like that. And they tell the kids, like during Diane's funeral, you don't cry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, I mean, there's something admire about the strength of it, but also I think understand that
it's always
people
showing you too, though, that this is the upper echelon of these people.
Yeah.
Because the commoners that are in the streets.
Yeah.
I don't know that it really is specific to them. Like, they might have to be, honor the people that are their betters in the streets.
Right.
But when they go home, they probably don't think they have to do the little baby steps.
I know,
shit
on
like
the
that,
little.
you know.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So,
Did you guys see her when she was walking? She was actually doing one step at a time. Like she was like doing 1 foot at a time. I mean the same foot at the same time, walking along. Did you guys notice that?
I did not, because I don't.
I noticed it how she was walking.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now 6 months is a long time. I understand his frustration for sure, because the vibe that I think we got was, they're going to be a little more buddy now, and he might have a little more freedom within the confines of his job. I think at least providing the men will be a good faith. Like maybe not letting him leave, maybe not giving him the ship.
Yeah.
But when she said it, like when
men are alive.
I don't think so.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, she is hiding, and I feel
they keep just beating around the bush.
Well, and I just feel like there was maybe a couple times she wanted to like tell him, and then like just didn't. But you could just tell like they're dead. There's no way they're alive.
Yeah, I feel like
they're not alive.
I don't see why.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're alive?
Yeah, I guess that's my question: is do you think they're alive? And if you read the book, don't spoil it.
Yeah. Hell no!
We're page 921.
I ain't paying to watch your show and let you dribble around about bullshit. It's the, that's my imitation of the viewers.
Also, the exchange with the gun and the swords.
Oh, that was very,
very cool.
That was,
it was cool.
That was
It
awesome.
was very meaningful. There's some meaningful moments in this episode.
It was funny.
To me,
So-
like the intimate moments between him and a woman that is not his romantic interest,
Yeah.
and him and a woman that is.
I think it would have been very easy for the writers to blow their load on him doing that all for Mariko, but no, he got to
Mariko. Look who's saying it now.
Mariko.
Yes.
But I think they were wise to show, like, okay, no, he's paying respect to his consort, and that in itself shows Mariko that he's kind.
Yeah.
And that in itself might make her more attracted to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's not like I'm gonna, you know, you're not. They're evenly dispersing the story of his development, not just with Mariko, but with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And she's observing.
And she's observing that.
Do we know what it means? Something about the gourd of the horse or something?
I'd rather pull a gourd out of a horse.
I don't know what a gourd is.
Yeah, I mean,
a
gourd is like a squash.
Like a pumpkin or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like a dried. Well, I don't know the. Yeah.
So it's like saying you're gonna pull a gourd out of a horse's ass. You know,
But
I don't know. But the
pumpkin,
idea is though,
pumpkins are native to the Americans.
a gourd. A pumpkin's a gourd, but not every gourd's a pumpkin. So that's what I associate.
But squash is native to the Americas.
My point is that the fucking thing, that's what I associate with a gourd.
Okay.
Other than saying it's a gourd, and most people are like, what's a gourd?
Yeah.
Well, a pumpkin is a gourd, but not every fucking gourd's a pumpkin.
Well, we have potatoes, but Japanese yams do grow in Okinawa, you know, because they're extremely nutritious. They grow on the black volcanic ash thing, and they're like fucking 10 times nutritional value than our fucking yams.
That's a damn shame that we can't have them yams, man.
Yeah, they use it as a carbohydrate. Like, the main source of carbohydrate in Okinawa, all the centurions eat that, seaweed, a little bit of fish. 50% of the calories of the average American. Yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah.
Well, we have convenience. Convenience is king here.
Yeah.
And the problem with convenience is it's so easily accessible that you can't imagine having to wait longer.
Yeah,
than
that's where
most
Mr.
people.
Miyagi's from, too.
Yeah.
Okinawa, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys got anything else?
That's it. I told you I took one note.
Oh, well, yeah, just the beginning, at the very end, how Morocco was like, okay, well, this is war.
Yeah, and she was freaking out,
So,
but
yeah.
I just felt like
Yep.
it's coming anyways.
Yep.
Like, it has to.
It was, but
It was.
Toranaga probably wanted to pace himself
Yes.
and let the enemies make the mistake in the first move. And now his son
Screwed it up.
has, fucked that.
But by the way, if I were Habuchige, or how do you say his name?
Yabushige.
Yabushige. If I were him, and it's like, okay, I'm going to declare myself an enemy, or I can go back and they make me kill myself. I'm an enemy, I guess.
Yeah. Just throw in your cast your die and throw it in with the people you already declared loyalty to.
I think it's just funny that now he's just some of these decisions have been made for him.
It's not funny he's full of shit because I keep my promises, but he already promised Toranaga his loyalty.
Yeah, you're right, and he's not because he's still acting his own interest. Even to Ishido, he's acting his own interest. He's acting into his own interest, not Ishido or Torinaga's. Okay, that's pretty much all I got, guys. Hey, if you like us, you want to support us, check us out on Patreon. Also, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think. If not, we'll see you next week.